at one Transformer set that I always wanted, but it was too expensive, so this is where I got it from. I have Beast Wars, well not Beast Wars, but Transformers Netflix, Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy, Optimus Primal, and Rattrap. If you saw my last video, I've opened this. I haven't opened, like, I did open this and play with them a little bit, so, yep, I have played with it. You get Optimus Primal. You get his swords. I took them out because I don't know what it is, but this Optimus Primal, it's good, but it's kind of hard. Rattrap, I do like him as well. But first, let's take a look at the box. You get Optimus Primal, Maximal Optimus Primal. Then you get War for Cybertron Trilogy, Transformers. Then you get the Autobot logo with the generations. And you get Takara Tomy that makes all the Transformers toys. Yeah, you got Transformers on the front. Transformers. More than meets the eye. They have the logo. And if you look on the side, this is where last time I was kind of getting stumped what characters were on here. So I'm gonna try to name every character I see. This is Galvatron, Megatron. I think this is Beast Wars Megatron. And I don't know who these guys. I think this might be Waspinator and Dinobot. I don't know. They have Black Arachnia, obviously. Scorponok, Shockwave. I think this is this ain't the Arc. This is the Nemesis. This is Rhinox. This is the Golden Disc. And the only person I remember in the Beast Wars show that actually had the Golden Disc was one of everybody's favorite Predacon turned Maximal, Dinobot. You have the Arc, you have Prime, Cheetor, Optimus, that's Rattrap, Prime, Bumblebee, Tegatron, which I think that's, I'm thinking about getting either Tegatron or Rhinox. Rhinox or Tegatron. It's gonna be one of the two. Then you look on the back, you get Maximal Optimus Primal. Then we get the backhand. We get the big hand of the mark, I guess that's Primal. Then we get the rat, that's Rattrap. And here they are in their robot and beast modes. You get 30 step transformation for Primal, and you get 19 for 19 for Rattrap. Now the only thing with these characters with Netflixes is with these new painted. Now they didn't mold them different, but what they did do is with the Netflix, it was a different subline with the Transformers, so now there were more battle damage on them. And that's why this Beast Mode, Optimus Prime, and Rattrap look more different than the mainline version. Because first thing, you can look at this Optimus Prime real quick. You can see it with focus. That looked more like the original Optimus Primal and his Beast Mode. Well, Kingdom, they did more of an actual Beast Mode with these characters instead of going with the original. What the original Beast Wars, they were like beast modey, but they weren't like actual beasts. They look just like made up beasts of animals. They got Rattrap with the Maximal symbol. He's very posable in this form. And we got Rattrap there. Then you look on this side, you see Netflix. Then you see Beast Mode, Optimus Primal, and you got the Maximal Insignia. And yeah, I love this Netflix box. I don't know why Netflix, I guess, since this is a Kingdom toy, so I guess why. So I'm gonna take it out, and I'm using one hand since my hand is holding the camera. Let's see, take it out. This part was very hard for me to take out. Okay, here we have them, Primal and Rattrap. I'm going to start with the smallest and go to the biggest. We're going to start with Rattrap. Rattrap in robot mode is very simple. And there's a lot of posability on this one figure. You get bending. You get head reticulation, mostly for transformation. Because of this part. You get ankle pivot, up and down. And you could break this piece off for another piece, I guess. You could break it off, I guess, if you wanted to pose him more. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You could really do a lot with this character. This one, Black Arachnia, I think the most posable one in the whole range of these characters. I don't know. I haven't got another Autobots because first off, it's Kingdom. It's for Beast Wars. Not and when Siege came out and Earthrise, it was for the Autobots and Decepticons. With Kingdom, it was for these beasts, and they were good. And if I'm gonna pick, I don't have the reissue slash original. I don't have that rattrap with me right now because I'm at a different location right now. But I think I'll pick this one. There's two reasons why. First off, look at that face. That's the original rattrap head. That face. With the original one, it would look more Cybertronian, but it was like a mouth plate. Where that's when you could they actually painted the teeth on it. This part was actually silver on the show, but instead they painted black. I do like it black. No racism. Then, if you look closely, if you go focus. Well, there's a Maximus sitting there in the show. They don't have the bombs on them. I wish they did though. Like the Generations. I still love the Generation version. I think I got all the rattraps. I got reissue rattrap, this rattrap, Generations rattrap. I don't have Transmetal rattrap, which I'm thinking about ordering. But it's not expensive, but they have a lot of them on eBay. That's too expensive, and most of them are in pieces, or they flaking. So, yeah. And his gun. So, let's get him into transformation mode / beast mode. I ain't gonna do the rattrap sound because rattrap in the show is voiced by Scott McNeil, I think his name is. That voice, Dinobot. I think it was Dinobot, Syllable, Waspinator, and rattrap. 4 characters. And that's crazy. So you take his gun in his hand, and here we got the rat himself. So let's transform. What you want to do? Oh, in storage. There's a peg right here. And there's a big peg, like a big hole on the side of the gun. I hate that about this rat gun. But you could plug it in there, and that's storage space for it. So you don't have to keep having rattrap, like, not holding it all day. But yeah, I think that's the only storage, and this is the only weapon actually come with rattrap. But you take this side and you will unattach it and bend his tail down to make the butt. Then you want to do is just twist his head around 360 and pull out his head. Then you want to take his whole side and it's by this big ball joint, but you want to kind of pull it upwards. The arms ain't gonna move it because it's attached to these wings on the back. You want to take his head and pull it down, and you want to bend it up a little bit so it looks more like this. Then you want to make sure this piece pegs into these holes with this little hinge on the side. You want to make sure it clips in there, and then yeah, you want to have the silver part facing outwards. Then you want to do that for the other side. Then you want to have it out. Then you want to do now is you want to fold it down, but hold up. Oh, we gotta return right back to the arms. Actually have the silver part facing inwards. It's hard to really do because I don't know what it is, but that silver part gotta face up against the butt. So you want to close it now. Yeah, you want to have it inwards. Then you want to have these pegs click into there. Like this. You could fit. Sometimes it fits, sometimes it struggles not. Okay, there you go. That's my favorite part. This is my favorite part of the whole toy. You want to take this hinge and you want to break it apart. Not break the whole entire thing, but you want to take it and break it apart. And you want to put it on the side. Then you want to do it the other side. And also, make sure this this piece face like this. And then have his feet bend up. And twist his feet around. Then, oh god, I don't know if I was right or wrong about that hand. But you want to take this down and you want to make sure his hands. Those hollow pieces go into the rat butt. And if you get everything lined up right, you get a perfect, accurate rat. Rat Trap in Beast Mode is very accurate to an actual rat. The original Rat Trap was the most terrible Beast Wars toy of all time. He had a gun that you could break apart and you put on the side, which I wasn't really complaining because most Beast Wars toys had better storage than not now toys. Most Grimlock T-Rexes, when storage comes for their weapons, it's either going to be on the side or it's just you don't have storage for them. With the Beast Wars cast and mostly for the original, you did have a lot of storage for those characters. But Rat Trap is one of those ones that you really can't see the weapons. But I did like the original Rat Trap. I do have him with me. I did a video about that one. But the original Rat Trap, the thing I hate about the original Rat Trap was his teeth. Original Rat Trap had these Ninja Turtle, or you remember those 1990s original Ninja Turtle toys? He had teeth that were like Raphael like teeth, like they were sharp, like he was a carnivore, or something, like he was a T-Rex or something. With this one, they was going for more accuracy to animal modes this time around, and yeah, he's a more accurate rat. You do see a lot of kibble. I won't be able to get none of the masterpieces. So I don't hear nothing about masterpieces because two things, they're expensive as hell. And if I was gonna actually get one, it might have been Cheetor. This is like been the only one. He's not that expensive because he's the smallest one, and Rat Trap's like the most expensive one. I don't know why. If I was making these prices for these toys, it's like the smallest one probably like the cheapest ones, and the big ones are like the ones that is the most expensive. But yeah, his Rat Trap in Beast Mode. And if you have his gun, this peg right here, it pegs right in here if you wanted to. You could actually peg it in there like that. And it's and you have everything lined up. Have it like that. Make sure you don't see no robot kibble. Thing about Beast Wars, Beast Modes, every last one has kibble, either in the back or the front, even right in his face, you will still see kibble. You could turn this thing around. It looks like it looks like somebody broke the robot apart and just stuffed it into the rat. You can see his head right there. You can see his thighs, and you see his arms right there. Yeah, it ain't that bad. If you do stop motion on this one, like Lamon, it does represent the original transformation for the show. But let's get into it with the Maximal leader, Optimus Primal. Optimus Primal in robot mode is not bad. Not that bad. You have a lot of gimmicks, a lot of weapons. It's just, it might be the best one out of the bunch. First thing I want to know is, this toy is very fragile. You do not want to break this because two things. It's not going to sell on Amazon no more. I think the only thing that you really buy this thing off if you find on the black market or going to TFCon or something and find one with decent. Or you have to go on eBay and spend almost maybe $60-some just for a gorilla that transforms. Do not break this figure. It's very fragile. I had the Amazon version of this figure. It was a big version. It was like twice this. I think it was like Lisa right here. I think. But I broke his shoulder right here because if you look closely, you don't want to break this part. This part actually opens for the transformation. But this silver part, there's a screw inside of there that keeps the robot thing in place. So if this part comes off, you're screwed. And also, if you keep playing with it, like if you keep bending it back and forth and doing transformations with it, it might become to a point where it's going to snap. And also his legs, there's a thin plastic right there where the ball joint is. You break that, you're also screwed. Rat Trap, if I was going to play with one, it'd probably been Rat Trap. Don't get me wrong, he's a good toy as well. But Optimus Primal's gotta be one of the ones that I'll say if I was gonna get this figure in 1996. Well, not the 1996 version, because you could put that one all day and it would never break. But this one, if this came out in 1996, this probably been sold out straight up. Because I think this one, the 10th anniversary version. It's very show accurate. First off, look at that face. I had to bend his knees to really get up to the camera. Look at that face. That does not look like the Netflix version at all. Straight up original Optimus Primal. I hated the Netflix version of this figure. It was never representing Optimus Primal at all. Gary Chalk didn't even voice his character. It was some, I don't know, I forgot the name, that man's name. But I think he voiced Dinobot as well. I hated it. I hate that Netflix series. I've never done a review of it. I probably never will, because first off, it's on Netflix, and second of all, it was very terrible. You barely had no Predacons to fight. Pterosaur and Tarantulas and Waspinator were gone. The only Predacons you had were like Dinobot and Black Arachnia. Dinobot switched sides, and Black Arachnia were just hallucinating almost the whole time and just fooling around with Starscream. I hated that series so much. It didn't even make sense. Most of the characters, especially transformations, most of the transformations in the show, it was off camera. Like Optimus Primal, he said, everybody maximize. Or when House says transform, it was like off camera. Like you never saw him do it. I think the only transformation I saw on the show was at least Megatron, I think. Because his transformation was common. Like, he opens up his little back and then his head and it swivels around. But back to the toy. He is very back heavy, so that means he will not be standing up for a long period of time. The thing I hate about this toy is this back. For most collectors that have your Optimus Primal butt like this, it does not actually go like this. It actually goes up. So when you pose it, his knees, his back, his little things go into the back. Where if I like this, you really can't pose him in the back like that. I keep mine up like this, so it looks more like an Optimus Primal. Let's see posability. You can open up his fists to see his hands. You do not point. You can't put the middle finger up. You can't put the peace finger up. You can't do none of that. Here, you got a little like swivel on his thing. You could bend his arm back and forth. You could have his 360 around. Head could go 360. When I played with it, it didn't want it to. I think I had to bend it up. Also, head cannot bend down. You have to bend up. And if it does, it goes a little bit. Side for the other side, bend. Also, wrist. 360. I ain't gonna do 360. Because the ball joints are hard as hell on this toy. But yeah. You could post his foot up to make that one scene where Optimus Primal's in that pod and it dies. And then come back. Then die again in Beast Machine. Then you have his knees bent up. Swivel, obviously, for transformation. And you could. That's really much it. Time for weapons. This toy have a lot of weapons. Not as much as the original one, but this one have a lot of weapons. First thing, one of my. Well, I'm gonna get to that one later. You want to open up his sides. You want to take his head and bend it back a little bit. And this piece, you want to take this thing. You want to take his head by the side of it, and you want to bend it up. And then you want to take these. I think they're called plasma cannons or shoulder guns. Something they call them in the show. I never understand the show sometimes. But let's be honest. Beast Wars was a good show. The animation was wonky at the time because it was like 1996. So that is what they had. But you had these shoulder guns on the side of his head that will move. And the show they were more bigger, I guess. Let's see. On the side, this part, I hate this one on the side, but this side, it was easy. Oh god. Please don't break on me. You have his, this is my favorite one. This is a Mega Blaster. It's on the side. I think Optimus Primal used this. I think Optimus Primal used this more in the show than any other weapon he used. He barely used his swords. I think he used these in the next, I think 3 episodes. I think. Where these was like his main guns, and he could bend them up if he was like trying to shoot terrorists or wasp in the air. And his last weapons, you get 2 swords that are very accurate to the show. It's kind of accurate to the toy, but the original one, but it's not all blue. You could swim around and stuff. Like, yeah, I don't know what you're gonna do with them. And that's pretty much it. So let's go into beast mode. What you want to do now is you want to be gentle with this sidearm, because you know these screws ain't really the tightest. You want to take that. You want to shoulder down. You want to take these side panels and you want to bend his arms up to it, and you want to bring it down softly. So now he looks kind of ugly now. Wow, his side panels. You want to take his feet and you want to bend it up. Then you want to swivel his waist. And then what you want to do, you want to take this back half where the backpack was, and you want to bring it down. You want to get his head and kind of bend it back so you could get this whole platform thing. And this is the part I really despise of the toy, because you know in original Beast Wars, Optimus Prime did not transform like this. But you'll take his side gun things and you want to bend it down. Take this big notch thing, this thing goes. You want to take his gorilla head. Swivel this thing around where the robot head is taking place of the gorilla head. Swivel it around again. Take his head and bend it forward. That's my favorite part. Take the chest plate and you want to swivel it up where the chest is, literally. It's not like the original one where you take the face of the gorilla and it swivels like in the show. No, in the toy form, it does not do that. Also, for joints, I don't know what is this point. I don't know what is this for, but his arms could go in like that. I don't know why. But you want to take this piece and you want to make sure that you open them wide. No homo. And you want to click them right back in if you can. Okay, yeah. And then if you want to go, there's 2 modes for this toy that I really hate. Because the last mode, I don't know why, but it's so stupid. It's stupid, but it's good. But I'm going to put him in this mode. You want to take his little butt thing, you want to bend it up. Make sure this piece is actually not bending like this so we can see it, little thing. You want to bend like this where you can't really feel it. Then you want to take his knees and you want to bend it down. Then you want to bend it up a little bit and have it sitting down like this. Then you want to take his arms and you want to rotate his wrists like that. Or yeah, you want to rotate his wrist. You don't want to leave it like that. It kind of reminds me of the original one. And then you want to take his head and you want to bend it up. Here we got Optimus Prime in his ape mode. In the ape mode, you could do a lot. Same thing with the robot mode. It's nothing different. You got all the posability you get. The other thing you get is a really neat gorilla. You really don't see no kibble. No kibble. Just up this side. But same thing with rattrap. You don't see a lot of kibble on these toys. I think Dinobot, Rhinox, Cheetor, and Tigertron are kind of worse. And Air. I think Optimus and rattrap are the only ones I think got a clean back. Well, the Predacons, they kind of do have a complete back, but it's only Megatron that got that worst back feeling on him. I don't have him. I'm missing a lot of them. I have Optimus Primal, Rattrap, Dinobot, Inferno. I've not done video on him, but that could probably be the next one. Who else I got? Inferno. I got Tarantula, Scorponok, Black Arachnia. I don't have Rhinox. That's the one I'm having problems trying to get. Because I'm trying to pick a choice of getting the Generation version or the Kingdom. I heard Generation is the best one, but I'm thinking about Kingdom because 2 things. It's accurate to actual rhinos, and also it's more biggish. For the Generations, that's why I want to get that one because the Chain Gun of Doom, and I like his Beast Mode head. But that one got a lot of panel folding. With the Kingdom, you don't really get a lot of panel folding on that one. and I'm missing Tigatron and Air Razor for that line. Then if I have money left over from all that nonsense, then Dragon Megatron, Leo Convoy, and Big Convoy. Well, Big Convoy gonna have to wait for a little while. He gonna be like probably the last Beast Wars character I really actually think about getting. And then Megatron will probably be the last one. $82 on Amazon is outrageous for dinosaurs that combine to one robot. But let's go back to Optimus Primal. In his beast mode, you don't get a lot of posability. But there's two modes to this toy. It's not like Transmetal 2. You don't get that. I have him set up like this. Like he's trying to get the camera. There's two modes for this toy. You get this mode where he's like standing up like this. Like he was an ape. A primate. That's what they call apes. Primates. And it will sit up like this. There's another mode, and it's more accurate to the TV show. You want to take his knees, and you want to unclip them from the red part, and you want to bend it up and swivel it, where they ain't really on it anymore. The red part is more coming down, whereas the toes for the robot mode. Like this. You want to have his hands like this, have his head bent down. Most YouTubers, especially people that don't know Beast Wars, and mostly don't know it's their toys, their hands are not supposed to be like this, like they're the raptors from Jurassic Park. You want to actually swivel his arms around. And here I got Primal in his actual beast mode. In this mode, he has knees. They are big as hell. Yes. Also, what I want to actually let y'all know, if y'all got a stand adapter, that it's for robot mode, it goes into his butt. But on this, there's a hole, and it's the toy in front, and I think I know what that means. And it's not very well. But in this ape mode, you do get a lot. You get ankle. He has thick knees. It's not very good, but you do actually get a lot of rid of the robot mode kibble. It's only on the legs. That's it for his beast mode. But you do get storage. Same thing with rattrap. You get these thick swords again. You get this slot, and you get this whole thing. And then you just slide that into there. And you slide it into there. Yeah. And that's pretty much it for this video. Hope y'all liked it. Subscribe. And also, I want to show y'all something. And it's very accurate to the show. I think everybody that knows the show from the back of their hands know what this thing means. You want to go back to his old, his ape mode, his primate mode, if you know what I mean. And the twists, things. Oh god. Okay, there we go. Click in like that. Oh god, sword. You want to leave the swords in here. Yeah, like that. Just. I'm not gonna worry about swiveling his things, his little wrists. They really ain't that important to swivel them. They important for the toy, but they ain't important to swivel. You want to take these, put them back. Now he looks like he has guns on his back. But if everybody knows the show, you know what I'm about to do. Take rattrap and put him on his back. Yes. We have that one episode where Rhinox was running, and then you have Optimus Primal and rattrap on top of him. But it was more like a riding, like Optimus Primal can't run a lot in beast mode, so he had to like get on top of Rhinox like he was actually riding him, and then rattrap got on top of Primal on his back. But that scene did not seem right. When I get Rhinox, I'm gonna show everybody what I really technically mean. But yeah, this is it of the video. Alright, maximize. Maximize. Optimus. We're all gonna die.